In this video, we are targeting the very elusive diamond bluegill and taking a look at the new variations and the differences in the colors. If this video helps you catch your diamond bluegill, please remember to give it a like, come back and leave a comment and let me know this strategy worked for you. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Here is my latest catch screen. 3 diamond bluegill all on the same screen. If that doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. Here's my first fishing session starting at 0004. 3 minutes for another gold. 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And there's my first diamond. 43 minutes it took. Stopped at this point for 47 minutes. 7 golds, 1 diamond. New session starting at 3:07. Got very lucky and the first one was a diamond. Golds. You see the times in between. Here's 3:57 and you see 4:39. I actually took a break here. So take out about 40 minutes. Another diamond. All told, little over 2 hours. 17 golds, 3 diamonds. Let's take a look at the bluegill. For the traits, it is a jumper, so you can keep your eyes open in case you see a big one jump and target it. It is a sun lover, so we know that we want a day server. For the bait and lure preferences, I use bloodworm. There are lots of options there, but I like to stick to bloodworm. Something else that jumps out towards the beginning of the second line, lake mix. That is going to be important. Bluegill are small fish, so you want to use light line. I actually went a little too strong here for the video. Didn't want to deal with long fights so that the video becomes too long. So I used the Maiden 4.41 pound with the Crya 3.31. You probably want to go with 2 pound rod and reel here. And I used 2 pound fluorocarbon with the Waggler bobber that moves less in the current. I like the gold hook with the bloodworm. In patch 1.7, June 18, 2024, the ability to do bait feeding was added. So make sure you have your hand set up with lake mix. And if you have one, it comes in handy. You can also set up your catapult with lake mix. My favorite location is over on the east side of the map. And you are going to want to go to a place called Trout's Beard. I grab a car and drive it all the way over to here, or I guess I should say a Jeep, so that you have that for both storage to grab more bait if you need to, and for a fast travel location. To have the best results, we want to target the optimum time of day. So there's a couple of strategies you can use here. Here is options. Here is multiplayer. You can go off or on. If you are off, you will get 0600 or noon 1200 for your options. One thing that you can do is leave multiplayer on and start in a morning server and hope that you get one that jumps forward, or you can choose a daytime server and hope that you get one that goes backwards. Ideally, you want to start around 0800. So try either of those, or you can go offline and then just show up a little later in the morning after you fish somewhere else for a little while. As luck would have it, as you can see here in the lower left, when I joined a server, it stopped at 8:07, so not a bad time. We might get green sunfish this early. I like to use these rocks right here to have a better vantage and just move back and forth between them. So pretty simple strategy here. Going to grab my hand, throw one out this way, another one out this way. Make sure I have the right rig and drop it in between and wait. This is where I like to flip through the official angler Discord. See if anybody has any questions I can answer for them. Because you are not likely to get a super fast bite rate on these. Now, the last server I had was pretty steady. Every couple of minutes I had one coming in. Now, if you are doing daily challenges or weekly challenges, or you just don't like the weight, by all means, go to a silver 8 hook or even a bronze 9 hook. I just like to, especially when I'm doing videos for diamond guides, target that diamond as fast as possible. And my experience has been the gold hook will give you the best chance to get the diamond. Plenty of folks will disagree, and that's fine. You are again welcome to use the small hook strategy if that is your preference. I like the results I had just fine. 2 diamonds in a fairly short period of time, about a little less than 2.5 hours total. For one of the rarest diamonds in the game, I think is pretty solid. So I like to stick to that gold hook strategy. You may get green sunfish earlier. If you have a problem with those, then I would say 10 o'clock is probably a better starting time. But I was catching bluegill around this time as well. It just tends to be a little slower for some reason until a little later in the morning. But again, not unusual to get an empty bait ball here, which is what it looks like is going to happen. So what I do at that point is spin around. Maybe I'll come over here this time and just alternate the sides. So I'm going to throw one over that way, try and draw anything that's over there over to me, and then half toss one there, and we'll check this side. So it is interesting to see the new variations that were added in patch 1.9.5. It came out shortly before I've made this video. While I love this game dearly, I have to say I'm not a huge fan of the orange bluegill. I don't know about where you live, but I've never seen an orange one. They tend to be quite yellow here. Caught a ton of them as a kid. Heck, those things will bite on bare hooks. So I always thought it was kind of funny that they are fairly rare in this map. Maybe that's how it is out in Wyoming. I don't know. If you didn't know, this map is based on Yellowstone. Where I live, these things are more common than worms. They are in every lake. And as I said, you can literally drop a bare hook in and they will swarm at it. So maybe they'll tweak those variations. Who knows? Some of them look pretty cool. I just don't like the ones that look like they have fluorescent coloring that is unlike anything I've ever seen in the fish. But again, different areas may have different fish than I've experienced. So we'll let those bait balls tick down. But this is really all there is to the strategy. I was hoping I'd get lucky and have one come pretty quick, but no such luck, but you'll see plenty in the montage. But again, not uncommon with a gold hook strategy. You can see the other fish attracted to the lake mix. No surprise. So something else you can do if you have the catapult is shoot one a little further down and check a wider area that way. But for the most part, I like to alternate between the three sides of that rock, and that's worked very well for me. So I casted quite too far there, so I'm going to try and put it in between the two bait balls, and we'll see if anything happens quick. That's all there is to the strategy. Coming up next will be the big fish montage. So stay with me for that. If this video helps you catch your diamond, please remember to give it a like. And be patient, because bluegill is one of the tougher ones. Always appreciate it if you come back and leave a comment and let me know that you were successful after watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. I very much appreciate that. Happy fishing. Have a good one.